Welcome to Meta Mondays, the Epic Flair Warhammer show. If you want to watch two expert coaches who charge at least $300 an hour to provide their input and analysis on the latest data slate, then you are in the wrong place. If you want to watch two lads who've stolen a show name, Meta Monday, from two superior presenters, then you're also in the wrong place. If you want to watch two ticklers wearing diamond-encrusted glasses show you pictures of disgraced, infamous celebrities in an attempt to have you, the viewer, guess the 40k faction, and then provide you with some high-quality analysis and input on the Balance Data Slate, you're in the right place. Welcome to Meta Mondays, presented by Epic Flail. The sunglasses are on already.
I know, mate. You've gone fully controversial already. I feel that, like, maybe there was like a drop kick coming to someone. Like, why were they on before we'd started?
So you know why? I got a comment on Reddit I was telling you about where someone was like, why is he wearing sunglasses? It's indoors. And I was like, so I've got a lump on my head and I like wearing them.
No, because I'm a cool kid. And then he was like, all the cool kids wear sunglasses inside.
And then he was like, oh, you look like a bit of a triad. So maybe if I wear them like this.
Maybe if I wear them at a jaunty angle, mate, that's actually making me feel a bit ill looking at you on the screen because I can't figure out where
my drink over.
Oh, not again. I can't figure out where your face is.
I just kicked a thing of water. Now do I look like a triad, eh?
Oh, God. Did I enjoy my break? I haven't been anywhere.
Yeah, where's he been?
Where have I been? I'm not here next week. I forgot to tell you that. I've got to look after children next week.
What?
I've got children to look after. It's half term next week, isn't it?
I'm worried.
So,
what do you mean you're not here next week?
Well, maybe I can dial in.
Oh, God's sake, right. Now, what do you mean? Now I've got to let that sink in live on a stream. You know I don't like plans changing.
you know I hate this.
Oh, no.
I didn't know I'd been anywhere.
I need a guest host.
Bring the kids around. My kids are 3 and 7, mate. It's probably not the best idea.
What we're going to do next? I'm still processing next week. Oh, I meant to do some other stuff. If you're watching for the first time, please like and subscribe. We've got all sorts of really fun 40k on old world content. If you're watching live, we will get involved in the chat as we go on a journey together, showing you quite offensive pictures, some of them, but it's all right, we'll get through it together. If you are not watching live, then in the description I'll put timestamps. So if you've got a melted brain from watching too much TikTok and instantly need content, then you can click and it will take you straight to the content.
I did enjoy someone's comment last week. It was like, I watched an hour and 25 minutes of this, then I realised there was no content. I'm not sure if it was real or fake.
I
couldn't work out what was going on.
I think it was someone trying to wind me up.
Was it someone?
Might be someone in the chat.
Oh, I need to say thank you to someone, don't I?
Yeah, you do, just a bit.
Oh,
go on then.
I just remembered it just clicked.
Go on then.
Thank you, Telly.
What? I thought you were going to thank me.
I know. I was thanking Telly. He got me dice.
I know, I was just trying to be funny.
But I'm worried. I'm genuinely a little bit concerned. I'm going to turn up to... So I'm going to Bournemouth this week to play a 6-game event with some of the boys. That I'm going to start rolling Cosby dice, and people are genuinely going to get like quite offended by the fact that I've got Bill Cosby on my dice. They'll be like, so why have you got Cosby on your dice? Be like, don't really know how to tell.
No, what you want to do is you'd be like, what, really? No, that's not Bill Cosby.
That's my uncle.
Just be like, what you on about? And then just say it's someone else. And be like,
just say it's someone else. It's The Rock.
It's a bit racist.
It's
The Rock.
It's The Rock.
What about my glasses going like this? Do I still look like a triad?
Mate, you look like you were in some like 80s funk band and the drugs have only just kicked in.
Years later.
Oh, God.
Welcome to everybody in the chat. We appreciate you all joining us live for today's Meta Monday show. It's a lively one, and it's followed at 9 o'clock by our first After Dark show, which Liam has already started sending me pictures for. Which is interesting. Set my WhatsApp. We're going to do loads of things that YouTube doesn't like us doing, including playing copyrighted music, swearing, and just telling like stupid stories from the last year.
So yeah, this one's not even from the last year. This one is like an opening story from a time that
A time gone by.
So one of the pictures is me with hair.
It's like a decent... I didn't recognise you in any...
Didn't recognise me in any of those pictures. One of them is a picture of me with hair, and it's about a cocktail party we threw at our university house that resulted in some pretty dicey times. One of the other photos I sent you was sort of the aftermath of that.
Yeah, there was a lot to take in a very short space of time, seconds before we came on live. We are, because that's a members only thing, it's $2.99. You can join on the channel. We're keeping it as cheap as possible because we don't take the mick. We just want people to be able to support the channel and get involved and watch the members chat. It's the only way of us creating content which is safer for us to say things that don't get us in trouble. Someone's come in with a really serious question, which I really actually appreciate. Do we have clarification of rapid ingress doesn't let you use a strat reserve unit now? Harrison, you're in the right place to ask those kind of questions. Unfortunately, you've come in at the wrong moment. So I
believe Harrison is correct that you can't use rapid ingress on strategic reserves anymore.
Right, this got serious fast. Thank you, everyone, for helping us.
I believe it's only deep strike units.
Helping us through that. We have a couple of announcements to get through. It's in there.
What's one?
I can't wait to go get it now.
What have you lost now?
Well, it's not that I've lost it. I just wanted to hold it up to prove that I have got it.
Oh, what? The giveaway this week?
There was a giveaway for everyone that's joined the... No, Harrison, listen. If you hang around for the After Dark, then you'll hear lots of stories of people coming at the wrong moment. It's something that happens to all of us. Don't worry about it. You're very welcome, mate. We appreciate you joining. And hopefully... Why are you looking at me like that? Did I say something bad?
No, I said it. I've got it wrong, apparently.
Oh,
you can still use it on strategic reserves.
Oh.
There was definitely a change, though.
Rob's in the chat. We go. Rob saved the day, and Adam. Good job.
Oh, the clarification was on deep strike.
Yeah, well done. Well done, everyone. Good 40k in. Harrison, stick around, mate. I think you might enjoy yourself. I announced a competition. Well, the competition continues to be in effect. I'm giving away possessions of my house until Georgia stops complaining.
At one point, he will give away his house keys.
Yeah, eventually it's just going to be me in a microphone being like...
no pants.
I'll just be like, so the next person gets the camera. And I'll just have the microphone.
Can we tell the chat about the pants that Georgia showed me earlier? Your nice pants.
Yeah, I guess
with
so.
With donuts on.
Yeah.
The best bit was, it was like, my brother bought me those for Christmas. What's wrong with
George's
them?
brother.
They weren't George's pants, they were Paul's pants.
What's wrong with pink donut pants, lads? I'm worried.
I'm worried.
There's an emote for that. You could hammer the emote, Adam, as a member. Where's the mad... Harrison knows Peter. Harrison, welcome back then,
Thank
my friend.
Tell.
Peter is alive. He joined me for an Old World stream midweek and he's well, but he did have to leave for a bombing during the chat.
Do we know where he actually is in the world? Like, obviously, he's somewhere
I don't
that's
want to
getting
dox
bombed.
him. He's in Ukraine.
Oh, is he in Ukraine?
He's in the Ukraine. Right, let's carry on with this agenda. Last week, I announced that we'll be giving away I announced I'd be giving a Vanguard veteran squad to whoever was most active and engaged on the Discord. There were a lot of people who I'm going to mention because the Discord game has been really strong in the past week.
I'm so looking forward to me winning this prize because I've been in and amongst Discord this week.
Liam has not done a single thing on the Discord.
I've replied to 2 messages, I'll have you know.
There's Peter. Boom.
Creepers, I'm creeping. He's lurking. Peter's lurking.
Whoa, Sam. Holy smokes.
Go on the Sam.
The cash.
Thanks,
there we
Sam.
Go, spam. Holy smokes. There we go, 5 memberships. Thank you, Sam. Firing them out. Do you get to pick who you give those to?
No, I think it's the first
Is it just
people.
like fire them out like a machine gun? There you go. Rob's now a member. He gets to come and...
he gets to come and hear my stories about university.
Sam, we appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you loads. So, the Discord... Matt, here's some strong mentions, okay? Matt from the Nutsack did make a good effort with the Discord.
Yeah, did he go for it?
He did come out of nowhere, and I thought he's after them Vanguard veterans, and he did have a lot of chat, and I appreciate his input. Some very, very funny input, but he didn't win. Oh. But it was a good effort. Tim, excellent input on the Discord, I think, this week. Lots of good old world chat, very active,
Tim with
very
the
engaged.
very nice Imperial fists?
Let's call him Nice Tim.
Nice Tim, cool.
Fisting Tim.
Let's not call him
Tim's
Fisting
great.
Tim.
No, Tim's awesome. He was really good, really active on Discord, but he didn't win. Guy has been ace since the Discord started, really consistent, lots of chat, helps us out as an admin, which I appreciate loads. Brandon, consistently hilarious on the Discord, causing carnage whenever he goes. Be on your best behaviour tonight, please, Brandon. Do not super chat any out there jokes, otherwise I will kick Brandon. I need to tell you what Brandon did today. You are on the...
What did he do the other day?
No, I'll tell you, he's on a yellow card.
Is it an after dark moment?
It is an after dark. In fact, Brandon, we will address it in the after dark. But you didn't win. Johnny, excellent. Really, Johnny's going to such an effort to make sure everybody's okay. Checking in with people regularly.
I love the fact he dialed in and did a video with you yesterday.
Johnny's a legend. Johnny was ace, but he didn't win. Also because he's in Canada and sending it there. That is, listen, I'm coughing up enough as it is.
Yeah.
The winner this week is going to someone who we know has had a difficult week. Had a lot of stuff bouncing around that we've been chatting to him, helping about on the Discord. But it's someone who's not only helped us out since the Discord set up, but they always make an effort to get involved in all the chats, both 40k and Old World. Really appreciate them. And that is you, Rob, my friend. You'll be getting the Vanguard veterans. We appreciate you loads, mate, and hope you're doing okay. And we're all here if you ever want to chat about anything. Not just you, Rob, but anyone who watches the channel is engaged on the Discord. Liam has convinced me to not give away a Land Raider. I'm just saying that.
No, don't, because then everyone's going to hate me.
Liam, I basically decided to give away a Land Raider to anyone who is a member and do a raffle in 2 weeks, but Liam said he was like, that's too far, but it probably is.
Well,
but
no,
I'm going to give something else away.
I think we could do a raffle.
I could probably scale it down.
No, I think we could do a raffle to everyone that's in the chat at a certain point. There must be a way of randomising someone in the chat.
Yeah, maybe.
So if we say we've got because we can see how many viewers we've got, can't we? So if we said we're going to randomly generate a number, I don't know. There must be a way of doing it. It's so complicated.
I was just going to say everyone who's a member, I'll do a raffle and pull a thing out. But Liam were like, that Land Raider's 60 quid. Listen, I'll think about it.
Could I have the Land Raider? Because I'm not allowed to be a member.
If you're here next week, yeah. Basically,
I'm not here next week.
Oh, I forgot. Well, I'm going to give the Land Raider to either you.
Maybe the Land Raider could be the presenter.
The Land Raider's going to present the show next week. Yeah, the Land Raider's
just sat on a chair like that with the headphones and the glasses on the box.
Like crooked glasses. Just sat there looking.
So what do you think about the data slate changes, Land Raider?
And then, and then I'll just have another camera that just cuts to the Land Raider. Just sat there. Just sitting in a corner, not doing anything. Can we get how was your week in Warhammer?
How was my week in Warhammer? I
don't know, I asked you.
Played 2 games this week.
Oh, yeah?
I played a cheeky 1,500 points against Stu, rolling out as Black Templars. Got thoroughly beaten with my Custards because I didn't understand how Custards worked. I still thought I was playing World Eaters, so I deployed one of my most expensive units in the corner of the board, then realised I only moved 6 inches. And spent 3 turns trying to walk back across the board to actually engage in anything vaguely meaningful. And then I played Matt on Thursday night. And yeah, it was really good, to be fair. Good game. Won. He had a flyer, which was weird. That's the first time I've ever played a flyer in 10th.
Who's taking flyers?
I don't know. Matt took a flyer, one of the Space Wolf ones.
Johnny says, "Be right back, police are here."
Oh, John, what have you done?
Yeah, we've got Johnny. We've got Peter in Ukraine. And we got bloody Johnny on the run.
How was your week in Warhammer?
Thanks for asking. I thought you'd never ask. I've been painting. I've been painting so many.
Come on, let's move on.
I've been painting loads of Bretonians.
Mate, literally, that was the best moment ever this evening when I came in and you and George are go to eat your dinner, and there's literally just your table downstairs is literally just a painting station, and George is sitting there with a plate Paul, come on, can we move this? And you're just going, oh, for God's sake, Georgia, trying to pick. Then she's like, I'll just pick it all up. You're like, do not pick it up. It's fragile.
She's picking up on the other end. There's 6 Bretonian knights in a line on the edge of a thing.
All just looking at. They're going to go over
like a Rolf Harris piece of cardboard.
Can you see what it is yet?
Oh, I just said the F word. I think I sort of half said it.
I haven't sworn again. Mate, I'm very good at this. Not swearing.
It just slips out. The northern in me takes over. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of painting and creating a bunch of content, which has been nice. Can we look at the beachhead terrain things that you are all going to experience? So a bunch of people in the chat, you included, are going to beachhead at the weekend.
Let me forward you the ones that one of the boys has done in the group, because God knows how he's done this, but it's absolutely ridiculous how he's done this.
Where did someone put it on Discord?
No, someone's put it in my group chat.
The beachhead terrain placements look a little bit bonkers. Do you not think? Do you not think that they're just there are huge firing lanes and you're all going to get absolutely shot? Well, what are you doing? WhatsApping it to me?
I'm trying to, yeah, but you know me, I'm not particularly good at life when it comes to phones.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
I mean, I've got thumbs.
You're not the fastest, I'm not going to lie.
I'm not the fastest. I'm not the slowest.
Liam, these pictures are awful. They've got a mad overlay on them.
What do you mean? That's the idea.
I'd like them in their original form, but that's fine.
What do you mean, the original form?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. You talk to me as if I've ever done anything with IT in my life ever, and you know I haven't. You know
I've seen you on
I am a simple. I am a simple builder. I am a very simple human being.
I wish you were looking at the screen then. On the screen, some pictures of you wearing glasses just popped up and it was really funny, but only me saw it. Right, here we go. Look at some of the terrain for
that's
beachhead.
And I think you'll see in the bottom corner, I think it's... Oh, no, he hasn't got what missions is. I'll tell you what missions is in a second.
There is just huge firing lanes. Look at these back... Can you guys see that on the screen? You can. These back corner objectives are just barely tickling the zone.
Well, the thing is, as well, it's there's so many objectives just out. Every single one of those objectives is basically out in the middle of nowhere. I think there's going to be people that have genuinely changed their list after seeing these.
Oh, they released these and then the list submission was what, today?
Today at 10 o'clock. So you've still got time now to submit your list if you wanted to.
I need to download these pictures because if I just screen share, people will be able to see all images we've sent each other.
Oh, God, that's definitely not a good thing.
Look at this. Does anyone think these are a bit mad? These terrain placements are a bit mad.
Mate, look at game 6, mate. The last one I'm sending you now.
Look at these. Look at that. Look at that firing lane down there, right down the middle. You just put some here. Brrr. Look at this. And here, something else here. Brrr. It's absolutely bonkers. Nothing's safe. Where on this board, other than the few inches in each of the deployment zones, where can you put anything that isn't just getting shot on an objective?
I don't know.
Like, genuinely. You've got maybe 2-3 models that can fit in these corners here, and then anything else is just going to get shot from... Not only that, look at the firing lane all the way through the middle of the board.
Mate, go to the last one. The last one I sent you. Look at the last one.
Let me just I'll just have to do it.
Without
screen sharing, otherwise everyone sees all my messages. This one.
Yeah, look at this one.
Hang on, lads. Let me download it.
Look at the height of this.
Is chat agreeing? They are out there. Yeah, guys agreeing. It's mental. Hang on. Is this it?
No, you've just closed it, didn't you? God. I watched you close it and I didn't tell you.
Oh, fuck,
That's one. That was one. That's it. Now do it.
Hang on, I got to download it.
Why is with you in this downloaded it? What happens
if you
don't download it?
I just don't want them to see me WhatsApp. So we go.
Look at that. There's not even an object.
Guys, what's going on? What's going on with Beachhead?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a VT terrain setup. Do you think did they charge him $300 for it?
Did they run a course on the terrain?
I said, World Eater places a terrain. I'm worried. Yeah.
It's like I almost had inside knowledge that World Eaters were going to get nerfed and this terrain was going to be awful, and that's why I've decided not to play them. I thought you might be playing World. I forgot you jumped to Custard Men. Yeah. Even them, they're not exactly like they're definitely more tanky, but they're definitely not going to be shooting people off the board, are they?
What, you Custardos?
Yeah, custodians.
You just see something pop up. It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? It's all a bit of fun. So I think Beachhead is going to be a bloodbath.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Probably what they want. Probably want quick games.
Just get in and out, mate. In, out, bish, bash, bonch, done, free pump pull, and we're out. What?
Nothing. I'm just trying not to say inappropriate things.
What inappropriate things?
Stu says, right inside all 3 buildings is completely safe. Just hop in between buildings safely, surely. Yeah, just
that's coming from the person that's got a guard list and's running 2 basilisks, by the way, to slow everyone down moving as well. It's such old sexy stew, mate. 0's given. Just
get the brakes on. Leo says, just tuned in. Which terrain format is this? That is a terrain format for... Is it an LGT?
No, LGT is... it's an GT, isn't it? It's one of the majors.
Oh, sorry, LGT.
I think you can win a golden ticket from it, though.
What is it?
I've
Willy
got
Wonka?
a golden ticket. I'm not going to sing it because we'll get content one. So you know they did that event, the one that caused all the issues with John and Manny, the one where they had the issue and John Lennon's magic box, like Schrodinger's cat. If you win it, you get the ticket to go there next year. They fly you out to Vegas or wherever it is they did it. So if you win Bournemouth, you get the ticket to go. Yeah.
How many players are there?
300 and something, I think.
Right. I want to see you win this one, boys. Someone from the nutsack needs to bag this one.
There's 9 of us going, to be fair.
You're going to bag something if there's 9 of you, surely?
No, I doubt it.
That's a lot of boys. Are you ready?
Yeah. Am I putting my glasses on now?
Put your glasses on for this, yeah, because it's controversy inbound. I don't know why I can't speak when I start streaming. It's interesting, isn't it?
I mean, it's not the ideal method for a streamer to then start streaming and not be able to speak. I mean, I worry about my lisp.
Do you have a lisp?
I do when I say certain things, and then I know
when you say certain things.
Yeah, when I'm just when I say certain things, but that's why I won't watch myself back. I can't watch myself back. I've never watched any of our videos back. I've watched like the brief moments or shorts that you put in that you put in the chat. Yeah. I've never watched one of our videos back. Like never.
It's a bit weird for us to watch it back because we've already experienced it.
I'm living it.
I watch them back just to make sure things occur in.
I was going to say something rude, but that's an after dark comment then.
Good. I like the fact we've got a degree of separation now. Terranoid says, do they let you play at the tournament with 3D prints and other companies' minis? What, at Bournemouth?
I would have thought that they would be all right with 3D prints. I don't know the organizer. It's not a Games Workshop run event, so I wouldn't have seen
probably
why.
Probably then where you just ask them.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's be fair. Mr. Vincent. Yeah, Mr. Vincent turned up to LGT, which is the biggest one in England, with a load of rats that he was saying with Gene Stealer cults. So, like, yeah, as long as it's got enough of a
like doing Obi-Wan. These
are not the rats you're looking for.
These are all Gene Stealer cults. They're not Skaven.
Not Skaven.
And his opponent's like, these are Gene Stealer cults.
But do you know what, right? So I was talking about Gene Stealer cults the other day. They are. Is anyone else just massively confused by who they are and what they do? Like, I haven't played against them yet, and it just looks like they all look the same, but they all do something completely different. Well, I mean, haven't you played Luke? No idea what's going on.
Imagine playing Luke's and then try to understand. So, like, from playing Luke, if I actually played against Vincent, is in the chat there, hello, Vincent. If I actually then played against an actual Gene Stealer cult, I'd be like, I've no idea what these guys do. Where are the hairy Gene Stealers?
Yeah, why are your Gene Stealer cults not rats?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on? I don't like that model range. I like the rat versions.
We're going to do the data slate discussion. But rather than just do it like traditionally, which is like, what do you think of the data slate?
Let's talk about, I don't know, name an army.
Space Marines.
Let's talk about orcs.
And just go through it. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to do it in a way that's a little bit more engaging and interesting. So what we've done is we've done celebrity...
The first one just got me because all I've got is just the memory of her just doing this out onto a stage, and you're like, what are you doing?
That's from. That's what
I know, that's why that's all I can see.
So we're doing it a bit different.
Still would though, wouldn't you?
Hang on. No. What's wrong with you? No, don't be so disgusting at this time of night. Jesus. What, you... What? No, listen, let's not get distracted. That's an after that discussion. We would like the chat to try and guess who these factions are, but we're not going to take forever. You know, like, if you're not quick with it, we're just going to move on. So we're going to present a character, you've got to guess which faction it is, and then we're going to talk about that faction and where they're at with the data slate and what's gone on. And we want the chat to get involved in that discussion as well. This is the first one. What faction could we possibly be talking about here? Ugly, authoritarian, fanatical.
I just love it's Theresa May as well.
That was one of the strangest moments in politics when she did that dance.
Why was she doing it? Do you reckon someone...
It was because she'd been to... Oh, you've been to... I actually know the answer. She was in Africa or something the week before, and she was doing a dance, and people were like, oh, it's the worst dance you could ever possibly do.
And then she just came out doing it again.
Telly Novelli said Vanguard tactics.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Mate, what if he's there? What if he's watched one of... No, he is going to Bournemouth. What if he's watched one of our videos and, like, comes up to me and is like, I want to have a chat with you?
Just be like... Yeah, just say, yeah, let's go do it on stream.
Let's have a grease up.
No one's there with it yet. Okay, female. That's a clue, female. Female, ugly, fanatical. And, like, you know, still authoritarian. You got 5 seconds, chat.
I love the fact someone went with word bearers. Like, yeah, like that's a good shout, but at the same time...
Boom, Rob's got it, sisters. Ben asks, are you guys going to Bournemouth? Liam is, and about 50 people in the chat.
Most of the chat is coming to Bournemouth as well, I believe, mate.
Right, Sisters of Battle. Whoops.
Is that walking back the other way again?
She's happy. Sisters are ugly. Yeah, show me as... Listen. I saw a great meme that was like... Oh, no.
No, it's that classic, like, what they actually look like in the law and what people think they look like. And it's literally like an anime
Sylvester
girl.
Stallone.
Yeah, There's a lot of stuff that goes along with sisters.
Yeah, it's like it's basically what you think a Sister of Battle will look like is like really beautiful, like out there in the real world, because obviously Warhammer's real. They're going to be awful.
Have you seen Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Yeah.
That's a Sister of Battle.
Should we get her up?
Just put a picture of Brock Lesnar's daughter up real quickly.
You just go over some of the main changes. Right, hang on, let's tip. I'll go find Brock Lesnar's daughter. You talk about Sisters of Battle.
So, Sisters of Battle had quite a lot of points changes.
The Prince.
So, we had Arcos go up, I think it was 30 points for 10, I believe it was. Oh, no, 20 points for 10. But from speaking to Adam and a lot of guys in the chat, they're saying that 30 Arcos is still viable. So for a unit to go up 20 points for 10 and still be spamming them is pretty good. Morgan went down, but then her Paragon Warsuits... No, Morgan went up and her Paragon Warsuits went down. And it all equaled out the same, apparently.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird change.
I don't really know why they did that. Exorcist went up, but I think pretty much every indirect platform, apart from the Orc one, went up.
Indirect fire got a tickle generally, didn't it?
Yeah, so that went up. And then some, a couple of things went down. Dominion squads, Repenters, Retributors, Zephyrim. So I think, as well...
And they didn't get any army... Oh, no, they did get one really small army change, didn't they?
So they got the fact that the Triumph can only do 2 miracles now, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Rather than just spamming them,
which is a little bit of a tickleback.
Yeah, I mean it was
tickleback.
It did
never made it as. Sorry.
Oh God, Jesus. So this is Brock Lesnar's daughter.
She's a Sisters of Battle.
That's what I expect Sisters of Battle to actually look like.
Yeah, that is legit Brock Lesnar's daughter.
Yeah, it's not him with a wig on. It's actually his daughter, who's just broken some shot put record or something.
Yeah, yeah.
She basically threw it to the other side of the planet. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Who'd have thought? We've got quite a lot of Sisters players in the chat. What are your thoughts on how Sisters are at the moment? They were doing pretty well the back in the last... before the Balance Data Slate, they were tickling up into the 60s.
I think, personally, it's not really a hot take, but I think, personally, if with the other changes that have happened in this data slate, if they hadn't done something just to tickle Sisters, I think there would have been a problem. It would have been them and Necrons, and possibly one other.
Rob says they're fine but require a serious rebuild. Very interested to hear from chat what some of those rebuilds would look like. And Sisters players that have our numbers, you're always welcome to jump on the show and talk to us about these things. I should make more of a thing of this at the beginning of the show, but if anyone wants to come on and chat, I'll just connect my phone to the Rodecaster. If anyone wants to come on and chat about their faction and share any insights, like Rob, what you're just saying there, all you got to do is just say, Paul, I'm going to give you a ring, and then just ring me, and I'll just dial you in.
Right.
Because we're modern men, okay?
Right. What's the next one? Who's next?
Hang on. Adam says Sisters went sideways. I think you'll see them doing well. Just a few tweaks, they'll be fine. Guy said, can confirm Adam's run me over repeatedly with his sisters.
Yeah. They are a top army still.
Very
solid. I think the thing with them is they're just difficult to play against. There's so many units that do so many different things, and you don't come across them that often. Yeah. And I think the thing with them as well is if you play a bad Sisters player, it's not that bad. If you play a really good Sisters player, it's just unbelievably difficult. The skill cap on that army is very, very high.
I played Rob with my Vanguard list, and his entire side of the board was screened.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many
bodies.
MSU units. I was literally like, so I cannot put anything down anywhere. And he's like, no, I've just got too much stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. In a game where screening's so important, Sisters
do it well.
Very, very strong. And they get a lot of work out of those cheap units, don't they?
They get a lot of work out of the cheap units.
Chair, sorry.
But the thing that some of the cheap units have, they have a bit of firepower to them as well. So they've got melters in there, or they can chuck this in there, but then the thing is, you want them to die because then you want your miracle dice.
Yeah.
So
Sisters, you're going to be all right. Sisters
are doing it for themselves.
Sisters. Did you know we mentioned this a few weeks ago, but I keep saying it to people that me and Liam got a content warning for singing Nickelback's song because we sounded so like the original.
So much like Nickelback.
Right, who's this then?
I can't even remember. You've showed me all of these, and I genuinely can't even remember who they are.
These are a bit of a surprise to Liam. Right, Prince Andrew, this faction is. And yes, I know that's controversial. If you're offended, then, jump on the Discord and we'll support you. So, what faction doesn't sweat and is protected by the powerful? We've got guesses coming in of Eldar. It's not Eldar.
I said Eldar
It's not Eldar. Okay? The don't sweat bit, I might be wrong because I don't read the lore, but in my head, they shouldn't really... Okay, Telly said Vanguard Tactics again.
It's all a psyop. It's all a psyop. Who have we got?
Oh, imagine if that's...
Dark Eldar. Custodies. Valrak.
I've thrown... No, listen.
How'd you paint yellow?
I've thrown everybody off the scent with the don't sweat bit, because I think they do.
Mate, I don't even know what you've gone with.
In my head, I was just thinking, these guys don't sweat. Do you know what I mean?
Go on, just tell people who it is.
It's Space Marines. Was that a bad one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Space Marines sweat, mate.
I don't think they... Oh, everyone's saying Eldar. Okay, listen, I've got a good one for Eldar. I've got a real good one for Eldar. The Marines, it's kind of really predictable what happened to Marines. The Vanguard list, although you've been listening to Imagine All the People, and he says that he's played 5 games with his Vanguard list, and I'm still smashing.
Yeah, so I listened to some Art of War podcast, one that I could stomach, and
he's firing shots everywhere.
It wasn't even that bad. Like,
no, they're good. I like them,
but some of it is absolute rubbish. And it was saying that basically, obviously, they got the points, however many, like a week ahead of everyone. So he was basically running his Vanguard list with the new points, and basically said he still beat everyone in the Art of War house with it. He just didn't beat them as badly as he was beating them before. So I suspect I suspect it's still like quite a powerful list, but at the same time, like you're the best player in the world, so you would expect your list to be like pretty good still.
The chat's really angry, but not if you're angry, but no one said Space Marines, which makes me think I was off on this.
I think you might have been off
guy
on
literally
this.
like shouting, Eldar. Crackman says, damn, with Prince Andrew, you got me thinking which faction has the most non-snooze. I say that word? I've said it.
No, you can't say that word.
Peter says Marines sweat like crazy, including... Yeah, listen, the don't sweat bit, I sort of was thinking, they don't sweat. They're not stressed.
So,
yeah, okay.
What's gone up? What's gone up, which is essentially aggressors up.
Right. So
interceptors up.
All the stuff I bought.
Centurion devs up.
Yeah. Literally, I bought all these. Scouts
up. Yeah. Whirlwind up because
that was indirect fire buff. Nerf.
But then Sternguard went down, so I think that there's probably loads of play in that.
What, in the one Sternguard?
The one Sternguard unit. And Rowboat
really
went down as well.
What went down?
Rowboat Gilliman.
Oh, Rowboat. Big Roboto.
Roboto.
That, I don't know how you can justify taking all the Inceptors anymore.
I think you can still, though, because a 3-inch deep strike is still so good.
Yeah, but they're so expensive.
What are they now? 10 points for... How much are they?
I think now, aren't they like 120?
No, go down. It's up here. What content we are creating right now?
It's all right. We can't remember everything. We don't get paid.
$250 for Sixx. $260 for Sixx.
$260 for Sixx is ridiculous. You still...
I still think you're taking 12. I still think you're taking 12.
440 points?
No, 520 points.
Do you know what's good about me, guys? My fast... What? Oh, yeah. Adam's furious about the Prince Andrew.
Why? Is he a fan?
Says it's a disgrace. Marines are protected by the all-powerful Emperor, just like Prince Andrew. It was a good one. Okay, fine. The 3-inch thing is still really strong.
The 3-inch thing and the output is still crazy.
Okay, every single thing in that list has got more expensive. What are you actually getting in the list?
Well, I don't know what was actually in the list.
All the things you just read out.
But how many units of scouts did you have?
Well, I didn't have any of the scout models, but in the one that I built, thinking if I buy the scout models, I'll have 3 units of...
We'll take a unit of scouts out then.
I don't know whether it'll still be over on points. I think it might need to be more than one unit of scouts. I think you might have one left.
I
get that it's powerful. I mean, what they've not done is nerf the 3 inches and nerf the ridiculous damage output.
It needed to be almost one or the other, didn't it? They needed to maintain the 3-inch deep strike, but their output needed to be toned down.
Yeah.
Or leave their output where it was, but do a 6 or a 9-inch deep strike.
I think some stuff did assault intercessors get cheaper as well?
Outriders got cheaper.
Oh, there you go, boys.
Outriders, hot take, the new meta.
Come ride into town.
Heavy intercessor squads went down.
Oh, there you go.
Intercessor squads went down. Infernus Marines went down. You know, the ones we all got in our box and no one's used.
The one that everybody's got loads of.
Everyone's got 10 Infernus Marines and no one's used them ever.
Marines, I feel like, are in fine place. I'm really interested in seeing people play with the Vanguard.
I think the problem was that they had their win rate wasn't actually that high when you took the Vanguard list out, and then all they've done is nerf the list that was actually doing a lot of stuff.
I mean, it was in like the 60s, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Yeah, I don't know.
Much like Prince Andrew. Interested to hear from the chat if people think the Vanguard list is still playable. Rob seems to think so.
I think it depends who's playing it again.
Brandon says Dark Angels went down. Dark Angels did go down.
Dark Angels needed to go down.
Dark Angels turned up and went, we'll be back next year.
Yeah. We've looked at our points and we're not quite happy with them, so we're going to go away again and come back in a bit.
Yeah, here's our new album. It's not very good. We're going to make another one. We'll see you in a few years.
Right, who's next on our... Who's next?
Who is next on the list?
Well...
Come on.
I mean, everyone's got to get this, surely.
Easy one after everybody failed so badly on the previous one. This is easy. Come on, chat. 10 seconds. While I cough and Liam loads up his next little thing on the iPad. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, Custards. Yes.
Custards.
World Eaters, Adam. The Boys of Gold. Correct.
So, let's just talk about Custards for a minute.
Custards.
So, they've clarified that their shield host actually works against dev wounds now.
Thank the Lord.
Thank
Praise
God,
the
because
Emperor.
that was just stupid that didn't.
So dumb.
And now, all of the units that you were taking, Wardens, Guard, Terminators, have all gone down in points. So they've had a really good buff to their army rule, and then all their good units have gone down in points. So I literally wrote a list on whatever day it was last week, Monday last week. They dropped the points, and my list went down by 150 points, which had basically allowed me to put another 4 Wardens in, another 4 Guard in.
That's a bit bonkers, isn't it?
They went down a lot of points, mate.
That's a lot of unkillable people on the board.
Mate, just look at every single... their whole thing is red.
That is bonkers.
So I played Matt the other day. He brought 2 Vindicators with him, which are the tanks that are just a pain in the arse. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say arse. I've said it twice now.
I think it's fine. I think the A word's fine.
He shot them into a unit of Wardens that were sat on an objective. So I gave them a 4-up, feel no pain.
Yeah.
I gave them a -1 damage.
As you do.
They had a 4-up in run.
How many died?
3 wounds off of 1. And it was something like 2d6 plus 8, strength 12 minus on their in run 3 damage each shots.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cheeky.
And yeah, one took 3 wounds. And Matt was like, what the hell is going on here? They're tough to move. They are tough to move, the Warden.
Tom Green in the chat.
Whoop, whoop.
The chair's sat here, Tom. Empty. It had your name on it. Like, directors when they have their names on.
Green.
Tom's, we had to tear it down yesterday, DNAing us. But I hope today went all right for you, my friend.
So I think, and this is, again, I have just managed to come into a Custards army.
Then you roll I swallow coming. Oh, very good. Yes, very good. I swallow. Well done.
I think that behind
Well done,
Necrons, I think Custards might be one of the strongest ones, strongest armies because of the other armies that took a big hit, has really pushed Custards up that board. You got so many models in a Custards army. That's not the way it should be. I'm just trying to work out in my head. So I got 20.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit with the lore, does it?
I've got 40 models in my Custards army.
When I sort of read a page and a half of the Custard lore, and it was on about how like a single custodian could conquer a whole city. Do you know what I mean? Like they're so powerful, one lad could just be like, "We're doing Leeds."
We're doing Leeds.
Actually,
mate, he wouldn't do Leeds, though, would he? You boys wouldn't have it.
He's getting his kicked in. Let's think of a more realistic city.
The first, Brighton. He'd do Brighton.
Brighton's in trouble if a single,
getting done
if a single Custodies turns up in Brighton.
Winchester,
Brighton,
Oxford.
Imagine Oxford.
They'd all run the other way.
They'd be like, have you heard what's going on in Oxford? No, what's going on?
What?
Just this one person in golden armours killed the entire city.
Just rampaging round.
All the Northerners would be like, bring them on.
Bring them on.
It's fine.
Let's have it.
York's still got a wall.
York's still got them all up on the battlements.
Imagine if like a Custodies went to York and they just shut the wall. He was like,
It's a bit high, that one.
Yeah.
It's a bit high, that one.
Forgot me jetpack.
Forgot me jetpack.
But they are meant to be able to kill entire cities on their own, single-handedly.
Yeah, but there's a lot of this in the
like
law, though,
30 of them. You're like, oh, I mean, that's like a planet.
Yeah, but there's a lot of this in the law, and like trying to
trying to
power scale against the law is just impossible, though, isn't it?
Big old Jim says, we're doing Sheffield.
Mate, imagine trying to do Nottingham. He'd last about 2 minutes, wouldn't he?
I think he'd go to Nottingham and go, it's already fallen.
It's already not done. Leave it. It's not worth it.
The custodian would get there and go, he'd ring up and he'd go, lads, no, it's gone, it's desolate. It's like,
do you know that Homer Simpson meme when he comes out the hedge and just goes back in the hedge again? It's just that.
It's gone. It's in trouble. Everyone's armed.
Imagine him doing Glasgow. Imagine him trying to do Glasgow.
They'd welcome him. Glasgow would be like, come on, get in.
Just point him in the right direction, lads. Let's go.
Yeah. Destroy all this. Anyway, no, enough bashing awful places around the country.
Sorry if anyone's from those places, but they are shit.
We're so sorry if anyone's deeply offended. If you need help, please join us on our Discord and we'll help you. That's my new technique. Offend people and funnel them to the Discord.
Funnel them to the Discord.
We'll support you get over this. We'll support you to get over it. Custards are going to be really strong. What's their kind of like natural answer, though, in the meta? Like Necron's going to tickle them back down?
I think Necrons are just going to tickle everyone, though, aren't they? But then that list that fella won, what did he win recently? LVO?
The
monolith thing, I think has been nerfed by the way that the interaction now works with deep striking vehicles and coming out of those vehicles. Because you could deep strike 9 away, then get out of a vehicle so you were closer. I don't know how that works with the interaction with the monolith and coming out of the monolith. Right. But it was all... He was explaining it on a thing I was listening to and it just sounded extremely complicated.
I'm glad you were listening. Sam...
I was listening. I just didn't understand what he was doing.
Sam Kaufman, who we appreciate hugely because he gifted a bunch of memberships today, mate. You're a star. Says, is it a hive city or a regular city? Sheffield's a hive city.
Sheffield's the underbelly. What's the under city?
I used to live in Sheffield.
What's the under, like, do you know, like Necromunda? Like, they're like under hives, aren't the under hive? Yeah. Sheffield's an under hive.
Anyway, let's stop that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of awful places on there. Rob says Eldar still bend them over, basically get stronger after nerfs as they're taking other side of the book now. Tom says Sixx Catan and Tau will batter them.
Yeah, stuff that just shoots them, I guess.
Hopefully, there's not much of that beachhead for you, mate. When you've got all your golden boys, have you painted them golden?
Yeah, they're all obviously golden.
Of course, he has.
Well, Adam painted them all, to be fair, because they were Adams.
Adam, I've sent... Oh, no, let's not bring up personal chat.
Oh, yeah, Adam, by the way,
my brain was like, I need to speak to Adam. Yeah, everybody stop. Me and Adam need to chat. Imagine the ego.
Just phone in, just mute everyone.
Yeah, excuse me, guys, I just need to have a chat with Adam. Peter says Custodes can't deal with Necron speed. They outscore Custodes. It's good to see Custodes in a place by which we'll see them back on the tabletop because they went a little bit absent, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't go quite as bad as Knights. Yeah. But...
And I now have a Custodes army because I went on a little bit of a spending spree.
Georgia went away for a week and you went absolutely ham.
Georgia went away and I bought a Custodes army. And then Old World came out and I went, I need to paint Old World. And it's in a drawer over there. If you open that drawer, it's literally just like all these little custard men looking up.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, it's like Toy Story. They're all just like crammed in like, oh. Anyway, right, that's Custards. Oh. Right. Here's your clues, okay? Likes technology and liked by weirdos. Okay? Another clue, you might say, oh, God, I've done so badly with these. Also, you might say, a little bit mechanical. He's a bit of a robot.
He likes computers.
Everyone's saying Necrons for everything. AdMech. It's AdMech.
I thought that was Vanguard Tactics then that said AdMech. I was like, oh, he's infiltrated.
Like by Weirdos. It was a Like by Weirdos thing. There we go. Poor unfixed army. Nothing really happened to AdMech.
Nothing happened. But then it was the same with Necrons. Their codex has only just come out, hasn't it? I've got beard hair on your tablet. That's what you were looking at, wasn't it?
I can't see anything with these
Was it beard hair or something else?
No, I was actually just trying to look at the sheet and look for the red, but then I remembered I'm colourblind, so I can't even see.
There's no red. There's nothing changed.
This is what... Look at Guy. Weirdos.
Yeah,
sorry, Guy.
But I think Guy, just correct.
It is a weird
Guy persisted with AdMech longer than I did, and I think Guy has now given up with AdMech as well.
Is anybody still taking AdMech seriously and playing them?
I don't even know what the build is.
The build is basically, have you got $2,000?
I don't even know, like...
So expensive.
Guy, is there a build that works or not? Because I think it should be that Zuckerberg's the only person that can afford to play them. That's the problem. With 18 dragoons or whatever it is.
Sam says I gave up 21 chickens.
Yeah.
How much is a chicken? How much is a chicken?
Chickens are $37.50, or if you buy them third party, they're £30. So 20 of them, £630 second, like third party retailer.
How many points are
there? 50 each. Whoa. Dragoons are 50 each, I believe.
Sorry, Liam. That's just Liam Rub. No, that's an awful noise.
Sorry, I'll move the microphone away from me while I look at this. You keep talking while I'm looking for this.
It's 21 of them is only 1,000 points.
Yeah, it's not a lot. I can't find them at the moment.
What's so special?
Yeah, 150 for free on those ones.
What's so special about them that makes them so expensive? Is it the sculpt or something? Is it like
no? I think it's just one of those ones that they did the sculpt. It looks cool, and then they priced it at a certain price point, and then realised it was absolute doggers. I don't know.
Oh man,
it's so annoying because they're actually really cool models, and it's one of the only models that I haven't seen like a decent 3D print of. I mean, Guy showed me some that looked all right, but they weren't as cool as the actual models.
Poor AdMech. They've kind of just been left to their own devices a little bit. No one's really. I don't feel like loads of people playing them. But they were weird in that. In Ninth, they came out when the codex came out in Ninth. They were insane, weren't they?
I never played against them in Ninth. I just know the bookkeeping was awful on them.
Bonkers.
There was so much bookkeeping.
They're insane. And then I think everyone was a bit excited by them, and then they've come out and they've just sort of stalled a bit, haven't they?
I don't know if. Do you not remember at the beginning of 10th when everyone was like, sisters aren't very good? And nothing really changed with sisters, but then all of a sudden everyone like sort of got used to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen with AdMech. It might do. I don't know.
Tom says, where's the knob with the skill?
I don't know what Tom's saying.
Where's the K word with the skits?
Skitari?
Oh. I don't know. Where is he? They were great fun in 9 for table people when really trying to... Great fun for you, Guy, not for everybody else. All right. Sorry. It's because I'm wearing sunglasses.
What?
The idiot guy. The world's most awful model.
I bought him, built him, and then didn't even prime him.
Look at that. Didn't we have? Didn't we do a presentation on him? I remember having a picture of him and
his little dangly thing that looked a lot like his undercarriage.
Oh, we just got pictures of Bill Cosby and Jeffrey Dahmer on it.
Yeah, let's not keep going back through these pictures.
What I've done on this chat is I've just kept the same presentation going. So when you scroll back, you just see all these insane pictures that we've presented over the weeks that we've been doing it. That's a little bit ridiculous, but it makes me laugh. Right, go on then. Who have we got here? Meghan and Harry is the next clue. Okay. Glamorous, but unpopular, and they do not like Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew, controversially, was the Space Marines. Glamorous, but unpopular, and they don't like Prince Andrew. It's not Dark Eldar. It's not Chaos Space Marines. It is Eldar. Well done. Well done, Adam.
So
I thought this was a good one. I was happy with this one.
I think this is, fake dice, lol.
Smell the hast, who says. Welcome, Sensei Oldwald. Welcome to the chat, my friend.
So let's just talk about their points. So the only things that got changed point-wise was the Night Spinner and the Wraith Guard.
That's because everything else has got changed points-wise in the last year.
So I think they'd realised that just upping them in points is not what is working. Because you're going to end up without an army on a table at this point. You're going to end up with like a squad of Guardians and a Night Spinner at this point. The big changes were to the rules, though, weren't they? So Fate Dice went from 12 to 6.
Yeah. Phantasm has gone from an auto to a D6.
Yeah.
And the Wraith Guard now can only shoot back one unit.
They can only shoot back what shot them, can't they?
What shot them rather than anything.
Yeah. They've then got that Fate's Messenger can only turn your own dice now. There was like 7 things that happened to them.
I find it... Rob's saying Eldar got stronger. Okay, listen. Whatever you're taking, Rob, fire it over to us, and me and Liam will take it on the After Dark stream.
No, they haven't.
Or you just say, I have heard people say that people are going to go deep, but people are just going to do some
People
of the
are
other
actually
bonkers
going to
stuff
look
in
into
this.
the other units in that codex, and there are some good units still in that codex. Fire Dragon seems to be the one that everyone's jumping on now. Because they're good, but they just weren't as good as other stuff. I
genuinely cannot believe
they haven't got stronger.
No, but I can't believe how long it's taken GW to do this. It's wild. Do you remember the last meta watch thing they did where they were like, we've done some points changes in Eldar, but we're pretty happy with where they are. You know, maybe a little bit of a toning down.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, actually, yeah, no, we need to change their entire mechanic, which everyone from the beginning was saying that's insane.
But do you not remember
I
this?
Can't believe it's taken so long.
Do you not realise this is it's like third iteration of Fate Dice? Because it was like it was. Do you not remember when it was used to be able to use as many as you want?
Yeah, I mean that was just like auto kill.
Yeah, everything in the game.
And then they had to change it so you could only use one per phase. That was the next change, wasn't it?
And now they've
done it so like, oh, maybe 12 is too much. Yeah, do you think?
Of course it is.
Do you think?
Considering that there's so many mechanics to just change whatever numbers you rolled into sixes anyway.
Do you reckon?
Right, what's the chat saying? Because I think like the chat's gone off.
Oh, sorry, you. It's difficult when I move it over there, innit? Go on then. Yeah, can have a little look at the chat.
Right.
How's that conversation? I wonder progressed at GW headquarters over the past few months. Do you know what I mean? I wonder at what point they were like, oh yeah, no, we need to move it to 6. Because some idiot must have been in there saying, nah, it's fine, lads, it's fine.
Tom, Rob started drinking or something?
Rob says, I'm serious. 3 Falcons and Fire Dragons, deep strike turn 1, blow your army to beep.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
D cannons incoming.
Yeah, D cannons will come back. There's still good units in that codex. They're not a 60% win rate army anymore. They're not. You can't tell me they're a 60% win rate army anymore. They're still good, but they're not.
I can't believe
how can Fate Dice going from 12 to 6 not be a nerf?
Why? Who said it's not a nerf?
Well, no, but we're just saying they've got stronger.
Oh, right. I don't know if they've got stronger. I think that would be a bonkers comment. I think saying they remain a powerful faction and people are going to diversify what they're taking feels a reasonable comment. Big old Jim, D cannons aren't as S to play against without the auto 6 ability and the amount of Fate dice. Rob says, check this week's Meta Monday. There's 60% with new stats. And then he does that. I can just tell Rob's at home going,
yeah.
We will check the Meta Monday and look at the data. Look at the data. Are they still got 60%?
Yeah, but they've only been. Yeah, but how many events were like? Most of the events that played this weekend probably didn't have the points changes because you'd already submitted your list. You submit your list a week before.
Yeah, I didn't think there'd be many people playing with the. Well, didn't they come out
last Tuesday?
No, they can't have come out. Yeah,
came out last Tuesday. So if you were playing an event this weekend, I don't know if they would have done the points changes and the rules changes because you already would have submitted half your lists.
Peter says they got less nerfed than CSM.
Yeah, CSM got absolutely done.
Big old Jim. I played an RTT with new points on Sat. Top 3 were Krons, Dark, Eldar.
Yeah, Krons are the problem.
Dark Eldar.
Krons are the problem.
You ready up, chat? Here we go for the next quiz. Saddam Hussein. He's dead now. This one's a bit controversial.
I remember this one. I know who this is.
This one's a bit controversial. They're dead now, and they're strategically awful. World Eaters, Brandon straight in. Boom.
Yeah, Brandon knows.
Boom.
So, what happened to World Eaters?
I didn't put a lot of text on this slide.
So basically...
Just Saddam Hussein in the corner.
So basically, all the 8-bell went up.
It just makes us a bit big.
Your Master of Executions went up.
Sorry, I just find it ridiculous.
What's his name? Khan went up.
It's looking good.
The only things that went down, right? The things that went down in a World Eaters army that you're running, a Forge Fiend.
Oh,
you're not running one of them.
I've seen loads of them, but not in a CSM list.
And a Khorne Lord of Skulls, which, to be fair,
good.
has an excellent interaction with Angron, but he's 450 points.
Oh, that's a bargain. You're going to have loads of points spare with all these increases.
Him and Angron in your list, that's half your list done. So it wasn't just that they changed.
So I'm just laughing at the chat and the picture of Saddam.
So they also changed the Berserker Glaive. So he can no longer kill God.
Ah, that sounds
He doesn't
good.
get D3 on the charge. He only gets 1. So 1 extra attack, 1 extra damage, plus their extra attack from being World Eaters. They also nerfed the Favour of Corn, which was the one that let you re-roll all of your Corn Blessing dice.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
So you can only do it once per game now. They lowered the points, but it's once per game. So
What GW is so interested in that, do you think they're just a fascinating company that they can sit on something like that, like Eldar, for basically since the edition came out, and literally have people at events being like, oh yeah, no, I just got completely blown up, 60% win rates, like absolutely insane, super strong. Leaving for ages, then World Eaters come along, have like a little bit, have like
a blip, like a blip.
Saddam Hussein, Mark 1, version 1 here, he's like, World Eaters being like, lads, I've got a gun, we're going in, things are looking pretty good. Like, here come World Eaters, we're going up. Oh, no, GW's.
GW's absolutely done me.
Oh, yeah, no, forget it. Look, that is literally World Eaters right now. They're just staring. That's a World Eaters player just staring at the shelf.
I would be very surprised. I'm just going to call this now.
Call it.
Again.
Hot take.
I love a hot take and then the chat absolutely destroying me. If there is more than 20 World Eaters players at Bournemouth, after seeing that terrain and seeing these nerfs, I don't think you're seeing 20 World Eaters players there.
Out of 300?
Out of 300 and whatever it is. I think you'll see a few, because there'll always still be people that are playing World Eaters, but I don't see there being a lot.
Big old Jim says, arrest this man.
What, Saddam or me?
Sam says, rules right as favourites. And Harrison says, World Eaters have won 2 tournaments all edition and Eldar have won 68.
Yeah.
It is a bit Saddam Hussein. It's kind of like, right, that's it, you're going down. Right,
What,
that's
we've
it.
decided
Right,
that you're
no,
fucked.
That's it. No weapons of mass destruction. Sorry to politicise. We're going in. That's it. We've had enough.
We've had to, and then Theresa May just dances in.
Meanwhile, yeah. In comes Theresa with a robot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We should do this, but no, in fact, that would end up getting. I was just thinking we should do this, but like countries. But that.
Oh,
that,
no,
that,
let's
that,
not
we should
do that. Fuck,
absolutely not
Jesus
do that.
Christ.
Literally, that will get us in so much trouble. Right, let me just reduce our image size.
Right, who's
Do you
next?
Do you feel a bit? Let's just hang on this for a second. It is a bit sad, isn't it, for World Eaters? Because I quite like the fact there was a melee faction that was doing pretty well.
I don't think they were necessarily as broken. They were broken in a sense of like, if you didn't know what to do against them. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Sorry. Carry on.
If you didn't know what to do against them, you were pretty done. But it got to the point where a lot of people had figured out that you just put 2 units screening them and they can't run across the board and just auto kill you.
Guy says Necrons won more events last weekend than we have all edition.
World Eaters.
Yeah, I was going. You're on about World Eaters. World Eaters have all edition. That is insane. And World Eaters have just been absolutely tonked.
They were.
Why did GW do that? It's so funny.
I think they just perceive something more than is actually there, don't they?
Is it because Eldar... Hang on, let's get controversial for a second and explore something I normally don't like getting into. Do you think it's like a fight? Whoa, don't do that. Don't take your glasses off mid when we're about to show that slide. What are you doing?
Jesus, get them on.
I'm literally about to put that up. Look at what that says. You can't take your glasses off. This is the bit that gets clipped and sent to your employer. You've got to leave your glasses on. Try and hide your identity.
Not me. It's definitely not me.
Yeah, try and buy yourself another few hours to realise what you
to delete my search history.
Oh, Adam, did you super chat and all that and I missed it? Or is that just me being daft? Adam L. Oh, no, that was from the other day. That was from the stream the other day, so ignore me. What was that about?
You were on about Eldar and...
Oh, yeah, is it like a model thing? Because Eldar hadn't really been bought properly for ages, and like there was a lot of models that they weren't selling, and I think GW were like, oh man, let's get these Wraith Guards sold. I mean, let's get this stuff gone.
I don't think so. The problem is with Eldar, because of the way that I think GW want them to play, it's inherently hard to make them balanced. Because of how they want them to be this like fight and fade and move around and all these shenanigans. You've entered then into a 10th edition where it's all about movement and board presence and control, and I think that hasn't helped. Like, and I think what GW have done is like prematurely. I'm being very careful with the word I say next. Prematurely blown their load on World Eaters and gone.
You weren't careful at all.
Was I not?
I'm going to be really careful with saying prematurely blown their load.
Well, no, because what I'm thinking is...
What were you going to say instead of that? I'm going to be really careful what I'm about to say. Prematurely blow the load.
No, but I think they thought there's another army that's got a lot of movement shenanigans that they can do, or they can just move a lot.
Yeah,
and thought, actually, we don't want it to get to the point where Eldar was just out of hand, so we're just nerf them now.
Yeah.
And they still got all their movement stuff. They're just more expensive, so you're getting less of them. And see if that works.
I get it's I just feel like they didn't act for a long time. Adam, careful. I'm not going to read that out. Matt Riley, it was the same as last Data Slate when Custards and Imperial Knights we've both been nerfed more than Eldar. Yeah. Knights are another one that just got... Sometimes GW come in and just like absolutely slap something. Yeah. How many of us will bet that... Yes, Stu, let me put this discreetly. Blown their load. Can you imagine Liam doing a children's assembly and being like, it's all right, I'll be careful with my language, you know, like...
No, because I've actually done like children's assemblies before and had to be like, I've got to be really careful about what I say.
So much fuck.
Whoa, that was close.
That was close.
That was close. That was close.
I heard that.
I'm worried.
It's because I forgot that
I'm worried.
That soundboard actually goes on to Ramsey just swearing endlessly, and we caught a little tickle of that then. Sorry, everyone. Yuki Brown, Eldar hit and run is what GSC actually wants to be. And Harry says, and you could look at the Blood Angel buffs, and that's one last kick in the B for us. Crackbone. Don't forget all the data we were talking about, the couple of percentage of top players World Eaters have had to deal with a lot of people. And people that don't get you can block into armies with 2 infiltrators.
Yeah.
I just feel a bit sorry for all the World Eaters players like Liam who've spent like £1 million buying all the models and then we clear them.
Yeah, but I didn't, so it's all good.
And I was just trying to build a bit of sympathy for you from the chat. I know that you got them illegally printed.
Jesus Christ.
What? Well, you were inferring it. I just said it.
Brandon did it for me.
Oh, well done. What is it with his stream and grassing on people? Rob were doing it the other day in the chat.
Well, see, I didn't know.
Well, he was like, I'm like, guys, just stop admitting to printing things.
Stop admitting to being illegal.
Everyone just calm down. Yeah,
Stop admitting to being illegal.
Everyone protect each other.
I like the way we're saying this while we've got a picture of Kevin Spacey up on
yes. Sorry, I forgot that I put a picture of Kevin Spacey. Oh man, I've really thrown everybody off. It's not GSC.
Yeah, like literally it sounds so much like GSC.
Sorry, it's not GSC. Right, I'll give you another clue, okay? They're not a very popular faction, and the people that play them probably do some like weird hobbies or activities that they keep quiet. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit... Oh, everybody's way off. It's not Dark Eldar.
It's because you've got likes to ambush people and hard to pin down.
Okay, all right. Well, think what's one of the most ambushy armies that's not GSC?
Or Dark Eldar.
Or Dark Eldar. But, like, you know, 1 minute they're here, 1 minute they're there.
They're up, they're down. They're up, they're down,
yeah,
people.
Yes,
they're up, they're down.
That's also what I meant to put on there. They're up and down a lot. No, not Tyranids. Come on. What other clues can I give? Also, Vanguard Tactics. No, what...
Oh, mate, he is up and down.
Yeah, it's Grey Knights. It's great. Allspecs Tactics.
He is definitely not up and down. He is monotone.
I love the ongoing joke this episode's the Vanguard Tactics.
Right.
Everyone, that's really tickling me.
So, the only points... They only got a point now.
Sorry, which call
What was it?
Duncan's Painted Academy.
Oh, yeah, mate, that didn't go well, did it?
What happened? Did he get in trouble?
No, do you know, he started his own paint brand, didn't he? Called Two Thin Coats, and I haven't seen it anywhere. I saw it was
two quick strokes. What's it called?
Hey!
2 quick strokes. That's a weird name for a painting
don't blow
company.
your load on that.
Yeah. Like, what's this? Contrast medium? It doesn't look like it, mate.
Just him, like, literally.
It's a bit thick.
Oh, mate, we're doing After Dark, and we haven't even started. They got 1 point nerf for some reason. The
librarian's got,
and then they had a couple of buffs. So their Dread Knight basically got a big buff. Yeah. So his side cannon went minus 1 AP, ignores cover, and then the weapon skill went up on the. So they were hitting 1 better on the sword and the hammer. I still don't know if they're going to be included or not, but
I would really like to know from the chat if the Dread Knight is now viable. Because what a cool model! Like, it's so disappointing to see Grey Knight's armies without the Dread Knight.
Well, yeah, only because the rest of the army looks so similar.
Someone put in the meme on the
meme.
Discord a Dread Knight the other day.
With
Did I
the
show
baby
this last
carrier.
week?
Yeah, with the baby
Oh,
carrier.
I didn't do meme of the week. There's been some great memes this week. Oh, is it too far back? There is a lot of meme. There's a lot of memeing going on in the chat. I'm not going to lie.
There it
it
is.
is. I found it.
Guy got it.
Well done, guy. Well done, guy. There we go.
It is a baby carrier. That's why I can't work out if I like it or if I don't like it.
It's quite cool.
It's a sick model, but
Hey, it's a bit of fun. Kayla says, I'm in that picture and I don't like it.
what picture?
What, this picture?
Who? What?
What? You're Kevin Spacey.
Is Spacey in the chat?
Kevin Spacey's a member.
Yes.
Wait,
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I really like a lot of his stuff, films. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on him, the person, but
Him
like,
as a man.
but oh, you're playing GK. Okay. Do you think, boys, that Dread Knights are going to be back on the agenda? Rob says, I think they're still not going to see play, or maybe one. What? Maybe one Dread Knight in a list.
Yeah.
Sam, if the GK had more armor, it would look fine.
Yeah, it needs to be a bit more Dread Knighty.
I love Adam. Kevin Spacey, dead or alive?
Definitely alive.
We haven't played Dead or Alive for a while.
Yeah, because I think we went through pretty much everyone that was dead
Yeah,
or alive.
every time anyone was mentioned, we'd be like, Dead or Alive?
Only because I was so bad at it.
You're awful at Dead or Alive.
I don't know. I'm not like big up on culture, am I?
I wouldn't say culture's your strong point. No, I'm not going to lie.
What are you doing with the
I
chat?
don't know. It happens every week. We absolutely banner the chat up. Brandon says yes. Oh, that was to Dead or Alive. I thought Brandon was just coming in with some high-level input of just saying yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Brandon. Glad you're here. Yes. Adam says, Rob says, it upsets me. I have 4 really nicely converted Dread Knights. Well, you didn't say Dread Knights, but I'm assuming that's what you're on about. Adam says, maybe in Australia.
Yeah, Adam's saying that the meta in Australia is all weird and that maybe the...
You're so good at knowing what people are on about.
GK.
My brain's just moved on and he's like, what? I've sort of forget
GK will be like probably in Australia winning events.
Kalis is playing 6 DK in tournament next weekend. 6? Let us know you get on, mate. Pictures in the Discordon. So I think Grey Knight should... I think Grey Knight should be doing well, but I don't think like it's going to happen. I just feel like they're a faction that...
I think they do too much. I think they do too much.
But they're not. Whoa, why is his face so
What
big?
is Jade?
What the hell? Why have I made that picture so enormously huge? Johnny Depp, bit mental, but lots of fun. Likes getting messed up.
I think I'm...
Come on, you got to get this one. But I expect this to be like in the first 3 guesses. Orcs? My clues have been so bad. It's not orcs. Oh, man. Yeah, it is orcs. I mean, it's not orcs, but it should be orcs.
Literally, you've done it with like everyone. It's like, it perfectly describes an army, but not the army you've picked.
Listen, this is... Yes, Guy, well done. It's CSM. Okay, so it didn't take that long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay, it was about 8 guesses in. Sorry, everyone. Tom's joined the Epic Flow crew. Welcome, Tom. You can hang around for Liam's After Dark Stories, The Tales of the Window Climber. Which I thought was really good because we're going to watch that window climbing.
We're going to watch that window climbing.
We're going to watch the window climbing video. Terranod, that's a long one. Let's have a look at this. Eldar are too fragile to play like... Do you want to read that? I'll start coughing.
Eldar are too fragile to play like Space Marines and don't have enough bodies to play like Guard, but GW seems to have nerfed them to satisfy people who play those styles of play.
There we go, Terranod. Thanks for sharing that, mate. Maybe you're a bit behind us or that just took you ages to write. But either way, it was a good bit of input, mate. We like it.
What are you doing with this chat?
I don't know,
leave it
Liam. There's a
alone.
lot to do sometimes, if you haven't noticed. Producing and talking.
Just leave it alone.
We've
Right,
sort of reached the
CSM.
point
What's
where we
happened
need a
with
producer.
CSM? What's happened with CSM?
Turtleneck needs a nerve. Right. Sorry. Try to move me on. Oh, God, sorry. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Listen. Listen. I'm one of the best producers in the land. There we go.
Right. So what's happened with them? I think so many of their units went up in points. Obliterators, Forge Fiends, Chaos Lords, Accursed Cultists, Chosen, Dark Commune, all stuff that was being used, all gone up in points. Warp Talons went up in points, and I think the CSM players can agree that that wasn't probably needed, if I'm honest with you.
Bit harsh.
Bit harsh to put the Warp Talons up. But it wasn't just that. They've also had where you can only go in a transport if it's the same mark as you.
That's excellent, that.
So you can only go in a Nurgle Rhino if you're Nurgle. So you can't put...
I'm happy about that.
Whatever it was, Slanesh, occultist, or whatever you were doing, running it up the board, not being
Nurgle
shot,
Rhino.
and then getting out and fucking smashing into stuff.
I like that because thematically they would have been like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, Nurgle Rhino's here. I'm not going to let you in. No, thank you.
What other nerf did they get, Paul?
What, is it a trick?
No, I'm just
Oh,
asking.
right. Oh, sorry. So the M bark needs the mark.
Yeah,
that was
got
me
that.
doing a bit of slang, bit of rhyming. Obliterators and Forge Fiends are up in points. The Dark Obscuration
Yeah, so it's 18
is now
inches.
18 inches. So you can be within 18, you can shoot them. And the Zeal, is it the Zeal Strat got...
Yeah, and he gives you full
Nerfed.
rerolls to wound to undivided units. So,
Listen,
I mean,
these are all fair nerfs, I think. They were pretty...
I think-
They were pretty cheeky with the old CSM. They were up there with the Eldarians.
yeah, but let's be fair. Eldar got a nerf. These guys got absolutely
These guys got...
donezo.
These guys got serious intervention.
Yeah. Like Johnny Depp levels of intervention.
These guys got a Johnny Depp level of intervention.
Yeah, like
That's why he was such a good example. For
Like
this one.
someone took away his jar of whatever he had in that jar.
Tom says you can't have muggy scribes now in the list without paying the tax.
Yeah.
The guy...
So this was the demons thing. I think this is the demons thing that if you want to put in certain demons, you have to put a core unit of their core
that's
unit
the demons
in.
changed. Is this affecting
Yeah.
them as well?
I think this has affected them as well. I think that's what they're going.
Do you know what? Couldn't have happened to a nicer faction.
Mate, Guy is not having a good time at the moment, is he? No buffs to AdMech. CSM absolutely tanked.
Adam, stop trolling chaos in the chat. That's not true.
What did he say?
Adam's an agent of chaos. Every stream he just causes instant chaos.
It's a
Rick,
psyop.
where's After Dark played? Same channel. After Dark is on the same channel, just on a different stream. As long as you remember, you can access it. Sorry, I was just answering a question as it came
Cool.
in. Calvin says, at the very least, they could have reduced points to units that weren't being used. Like, come on.
Well, yeah.
They could have done that, couldn't they? They could have kind of done a bit of the, like, well, actually, now you can look over here and get something in. But they've just given them a good old slap. Do we think they're still going to be competitive? What do Tom and Guy and Rob think to the CSM situation? Do you think that's it? They're in trouble, or do you reckon we're still going to see them knocking around?
It would have been fun to just go, do you know what? Let's take 5 points off Raptors and let's take, I don't know.
Just some of the lesser
Yeah,
players.
like a Mauler Fiend. Let's take 15 points off him and just see what happens. Because Mauler Fiend's not in any armies at the moment, is it? At 155. So make it 140 and see what happens.
Sam says mid to low tier now. Or I'm assuming you mean tier. And Tom says loads of possessed. Possessed.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Telly says data slates for a GW sale. They've always noticed every week Telly works out a different GW sale. This week it's the data slate.
Vanguard Tactics is a GW psyop.
Listen, I'm not going to call out Vanguard Tactics again, but just to call out Vanguard Tactics for a second, I listened to the video.
Oh,
they're so happy. They're so pro.
Yeah, of course they are.
They were like, this is great. Everything's great. This is great. This is great. I thought,
I mean,
it's a very positive take. Whereas if I was a CSM player, I'd be a little bit...
he's a Black Templars player. They got done as well.
Black Ticklers.
Yeah, they went up.
Careful. I was speaking to myself there. Calvin says... that was just my internal brain going, say it out loud. Only viable list with the Abbey Termi brick probably, but that's pretty easy to figure out. Sam says, I'm going to be taking one this weekend. A Mauler Fiend.
Yeah, like Mauler Fiends. Why not?
Oh, guys saying the Dark Pack's still good. The Dark Packs haven't been tickled. That's still rocking.
Yeah.
Which is always super solid. And the index is pretty deep. Adam reckons Black Templars got off scot-free.
I mean, they went up a little bit, didn't they? But they needed to because they were starting to be a problem.
They were starting to be a little bit too much of a tickler.
Yeah, they were being an issue.
I can't remember where this ends. There are other factions we're going to talk about, but I also have an actual day job, so there's only ever so much time I can do in a presentation. Nikki Sixx. I've actually forgotten who this is.
It's your boys.
It's my boys. Oh yeah, I've remembered. So this faction died, and now has come back from the dead.
I still don't think it's back from the dead.
Well, don't ruin the... Don't ruin my excitement. What faction have I been moaning about for weeks and weeks and weeks that have got absolutely pounded to the ground, but now's come back from the dead? And Nikki Sixx, if anyone's watched, here's a good film for you, Dirt, on Netflix. Have you watched it?
No.
It is about Nikki Sixx and...
Stop messing around with that.
Sorry, I know. I'm trying to multitask. What... Motley Crue, it's about the history of Motley Crue, and it's so funny.
What happened to him?
He had that heroin overdose, dies, heart stops, I think he's dead. Then he just comes back to life again. It is Imperial Knights.
Loads of points drops.
Imperial Knights.
The problem is with Imperial Knights, even if you drop the points, have they dropped them enough to put another Armiger in?
Listen, who cares? We're back.
You're not back.
We're back, boys.
Does anyone in the chat think Imperial Knights are back?
The Night Lives Matter campaign worked. We're back. Telly said Circle of Ouroboros, and I've just splashed water over my glasses. Well done, Telly. That is a War Machine faction. Oh, no, sorry. I said the word.
Did you
I said the W
that?
word. I've played it a couple of times.
Yeah.
What was funny on the stream I was doing yesterday, the Old World stream, I was talking about War Machines. Because about like dwarf war machines, and I was getting stick in the chat for, oh, you guys mentioning War Machine. I'm like, I'm on about War Machines, the war.
Actually, like machines of war.
People are like, oh,
we're
we're just good about War Machine. I was like, oh, I'm about War Machine. I think Knights are at least out of the depths of despair and doom in the 30s. A points drop is very, very much welcome. It means you can maybe get a little cheeky screen unit in or get another Armiger, which is very pleasing. The reroll anything is great. That's good.
But that's why it always should have been.
It's always should have been. Why
have you paused there?
Just because I saw the chat going off and I just read what I thought Tom was talking to me. I think Knights aren't going to be in the stupid range of like what they were at the beginning of the edition. Towering's not changed, but I think they've had enough with the reroll and a little tickle of the points. And some of those factions that were getting a bit cheeky brought into check, particularly Eldar.
Yeah.
With the fake dice mechanic on the Knights was very stressful and upsetting. Still a little bit miffed about the Overwatch.
The Bondsman is the other one for you.
The Bondsman ability stayed the set. They haven't changed that.
It should have changed it. Should have changed it. It wasn't hurting anyone. It was the towering that was the problem. Wasn't there something about the cat? Oh, you can still obviously towering vehicles can't Overwatch, but that. Yeah. It's a shame. That would have been nice for it to come back. But what's the chat saying about Knights? 4TL45, you pay Knights, my friend. What you reckon? Wanted Bondsman to give me advance and charge back on the Lancer. Yeah, that would have been nice. I think they just didn't want to go too far, did they? It's just so swingy with them, though, isn't it? That's the problem. Yeah. But I'm happy. I've come away from the Balance Data Slate feeling like Knights. At least you've got a little bit of a tickle. At least they've had a tickle. And at least those factions that were like absolutely out of control have been brought back in a little bit somewhat. Very true. You ready for the next one? I'm ready for the next one. I think there's a next one. Right. Who's this? I know. Right. This is the one that everyone has been saying. Evil, but also pretty cool and popular. Okay? We're talking about a man here, Pablo Escobar, who everyone's got this kind of like cool image of, oh yeah, this cool drug dealer. The things that Pablo Escobar did are so bad. He once like blew up an entire plane of just like complete random tourists on to make a point. Like he did awful, awful, awful things. He was a horrendous man. But everyone's like, oh yeah, he's pretty cool. I'll put him on my t-shirt. Brandon Tomb Kings. Well done, Brandon. Who put him in the chat? Who's like Brandon in? No, it's not Orcs. Eldar, Dark Eldar. Well done, Sam. Well guessed, my friend. Look at his face there. I think that's I don't think that's actually him, but can I just say that I think that this is one of the best. This is not one of the best detachments. I think this is one of the best things that GW have done recently, is realise that there was something very wrong with the detachment they wrote for them. And instead of trying to mess about with it and make it viable, just gone, do you know what? We're just going to do a different detachment because what we've got doesn't work. We can't viably make it work without just changing it wholesale anyway. So let's just give them another detachment and see if that works. There was this sort of assumption we were making around GW recently where they weren't bold enough to just change things flat out. But this data slate, they have done quite a few, haven't they? Like the Eldar change. The Eldar changes. And the implementation of just like a better detachment ability. Do you want to read it? Do you want to read the detachment out? I know you've got it in your notes. I've got it somewhere. So, spending pain tokens.
What the chat think about this? I've heard and read a lot of stuff of people thinking Dark Eldar are going to be a bit cheeky. I know they win some events already at the weekend post changes. How have you managed to get this tidy document spread absolutely everywhere?
Because I printed it front and back and then it flips on the wrong end of the page.
All right. If you're looking for something, I've got it here. Look.
No, that's all right. I've got it on there.
I've got it here. I've got it on the screen.
No, because that doesn't have it in there. That's the problem.
It does. Spending a pain token in the fight phase now improves your AP by 1 on all melee attacks.
That's not the new detachment rule.
Oh, right. Get the new... Is that not the new detachment rule?
No.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry
mate.
for some high-level content here, people.
I've just put Liam on the spot. Sorry, I thought I had it up.
So, it's the Sky Splinter Assault. So, each time a Jakari unit from your army disembarks from a transport until the end of turn, that unit's ranged weapons have ignores cover ability, and that unit's melee weapons have the lance ability. So if you can, and obviously Dark Eldar must have ways of getting out of a transport and then charging to give them lance, if you know what I mean. So they must have like assault ramps on stuff and stuff like. I don't know particularly Dark Eldar stuff, but then everything got points drops as well. Loads of stuff got points drops. Their flyers got points drops. The Raiders and the Ravengers, Succubuses, Taluses, Incubi, Hellions, Grotesques, Drazar, Venoms. The only thing that got a points upgrade was the Bomber, the Flyer, for some unknown reason. But
hey, listen, them Dark Eldar, they're going to be back boys.
I think they're going to be at least mid-table, at least tasty.
Mike says, sorry, joined late. I'm on my Ironstorm Spearhead. Would be loving those maps. Martin, you might be a bit further behind us, mate, if that's where you're at. That was about an hour ago, but welcome to stream. Appreciate you. Adam says, I think fun, high skill cap, down well on average, but will be middling and still basically a piece of the paper. So yeah, I'm kind of glad Dark Eldar are back because they were just so awful.
They're just such a cool army to see on the table as well, though.
Right, we're going to do a couple more because I'm also aware of the time. We said we'd do the
after dark
thing. At 9. Right, which is the soundboard for normal men?
We're just normal.
Here we go. So who are these?
We're just normal men.
Oh, I've broken that.
What do you mean, normal men? We're just innocent men.
Liam's broken the iPad.
I've broken the iPad. I'm throwing bits of paper around. It's because there's too many links.
So much just stuff pops up on this iPad. That
Mate, there's so much. There's some proper dicey stuff on that iPad, mate.
Literally needs... This iPad needs like Chernobyl. It needs
what are you
underground.
doing?
I'm getting rid of it. I've just seen too much.
I've seen too much of what's going on.
I'll tell you what, the iPad, it needs burying underground. It's absolutely... and I can't press it because it'll say the F word. Go on then, what we got? Normal men. What faction's that? Oh, I'll be in trouble for copyright violation. I have played that clip a lot.
Which one?
As an Englishman working in Black's Guard.
Yes.
Great throwback to a few episodes ago where we were talking about is it racist on the Tau forum, which caused absolute chaos. Imperial Guard, the voice of command is now at the end of a phase rather than in the command phase, which means...
And they can do it to get out of transports and stuff,
yeah,
can't
which
they?
means they can do a lot more coming flying out of the transports, which was fairly restricted. I don't think they got... Oh, you've literally broken the thing, haven't you?
I've broken the thing, but it doesn't matter.
It's all right, I can get it up on here. I don't think they got too much of a points tickle on anything, did they?
I think I know all their indirect went up. That's as much as I know.
Yeah, the Manticore.
Manticore went up, and probably the Earthshaker cannons.
You got the Earthshaker tickler. I think that might be on a different...
Basilisk, no? Maybe it didn't then.
Did the Basilisk not go up?
Basilisk, no, it didn't go up.
Oh, right. Just the Manticore.
Yeah.
Guard seemed like... Nuka Brown says we got our nuts crushed. What? Guard? Are you talking about a different faction? Basilisk stayed the same, yeah. I feel like Guard are all right.
Mate, Guard are in a bad place.
They're very moany Guard players, though, aren't they? Nothing's ever right for them.
If Guard are piloted well, they're very good.
Guard are meant to just be like normal and you know, just normal average men. There's a few. So yeah, I think Guard are going to be okay. Guard seem like they're going to be cruising along.
And Guard are always popular as well. Guard are always a popular army. Their aesthetic appeals to a lot of people, doesn't it? So it's always going to be a popular army as well.
There are... Oh, Guy, just join as a member. $2.99 member. I think there's a join button on the channel page off. Scroll to the right and it says membership, I think.
What's T
If
Green?
not, I can help you. Just shout me on Discord.
What's T Green saying?
Tommy Green says, Guard will be best army in a month or two when everyone has a chance to print them. Or just loads of infantry. There was other factions that are a bit worried about, one being Necrons, in that Necrons haven't really been tickled too much. But everybody's worried they're going to come out a little bit cheeky because they've kind of slipped under the radar of this balance a little bit.
Well, I think the problem is because they brought the codex out so close to the release of the data set. I think they've already taken into consideration the points for Necrons.
Yeah.
But then I think the problem is with Necrons is, so there were no points changes, and people have obviously got hold of the codex and done essentially what, like, JL did with the Vanguard list and created something that I don't think GW saw coming with what they're doing. So they had that whole Wraith spam, but then there's a lot of people doing this teleporting Necrons.
Yeah, that we saw at the LVO the other week.
Yeah, this hyperphase with stuff just jumping all over the place, which from listening to the bloke that played it sounds horrifically complicated what's going on. But
also, just a level of interactions.
Just a level of interactions and the sequence in which you're doing stuff. So it's obviously going to be like the Vanguard list, where it's a high-level list to play.
A lot going on.
But yeah, I think Necrons are in a very solid spot. I would say you've got Necrons, Custards, Black Templars are still up there. I don't know who else you'd put top tier at the moment.
Maybe Dark Eldar are going to come flying in.
Yeah, I think there's only one S tier in the traditional S tier armies. I think there's only one. And that's Necrons.
I'm really interested to... Oh, yeah, you're at Beachhead. You're not here next week. So Beachhead. Really looking forward to hearing the feedback from everyone from Beachhead.
Yeah, I'll be on the chat and stuff.
300 players, that's going to be really interesting to see how that pans out in the UK meta. I think some general observations before we jump over to the After Dark adult zone is... I think GW have actually done like an interesting job of being proactive here and not just tickling with points.
I think they definitely went, do you know what? Points changes work to a point.
Points changes work to points.
But there's actually rules that are broken. Like the unit's value is not wrong. It's the rule that's... Like the Night Spinner's a bit of an example of that. Like everyone else had a certain rule in the game. And I know the Night Spinner almost basically took a side grade, but it's just brought its rule in line with everyone else's rules.
Yeah.
And like that was the thing with Eldar. They had something, like the reactive moves, but theirs was just better, and they brought their rules in line with everyone else's rules, essentially. Yeah, which is kind of, at least they've noticed that was probably a problem.
I hope that they, before we jump over, as a closing thoughts, I hope that they remain proactive in keeping the game balanced, because I feel like they did lose grip of it a little bit.
Yeah,
with Eldar. I feel definitely. Like they did kind of lose track of it, and I hope.
And then I think CSM snuck up and did that, and I reckon that's why they did World Eaters the dirtiest they
just
did.
Got it. I mean, I'd sympathise for a bit because it must be hard ringing and writing out releases and then try to time it. But we could talk for a while. Maybe this one we can pick up next week. Well, I'll pick up next week. Is like Dark Angels just come out a little bit damp.
So did AdMech.
He just and AdMech just come out a bit like, oh, what, really?
Yeah.
And then Necrons come out. You're like, how can you keep writing these books that have such a varied degree?
But do you not think Space Marines did exactly the same, apart from that one or two lists that came out?
Well, I thought Marines came out fairly came out okay, really, and then people discovered the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Tickle the Inceptors really just completely bonkers that. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your attention as we go through. We've done an hour and a half, which is exactly what we planned to do. Thank you for the enjoyment of fun of going through those data slate discussions. Hopefully that gave it a bit more, a bit dafter than just sitting here and going monotone on you and going through it all. Hopefully that gave it a bit of fun and frivolity. Is that a word? We're going to jump over and do an after that stream in which we're going to be playing soundboards with swear words on and watching all sorts of weird and wonderful videos that Liam and I've got. And... just telling daft tales for a bit into the evening. You can join us over there by clicking the link in the chat. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. And I will see you... Well, hopefully see a bunch of you on the After Dark. Who's taking them off?
No, mate. Don't have to wear them on After Dark, do I?
Please. You do it. No, you do whatever you want. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We appreciate you loads. Hope to catch you on the Discord. And I mean this when I said it in the Discord. If people are looking at the $2.99 thing and like, things are a bit tight, it's a bit stressful, then just give me a shout and I'll sort it out for you, because it's an accessibility thing, it's not a cash thing. Yeah, thanks for watching. Liam's taking his glasses off, so we better go.
Peace. She said she was...
That was the wrong sound button.